And hello there folks, I'm RJB from RJB TV and welcome back to the channel where today we are going to witness greatness, or so I hope, as we dive into this match between Gensay and 458. Two players who have played each other a whole lot over the past 5 years, and never ever have I thought to myself that a game between these two was not absolutely awesome, because they always are awesome. So we got Gensay here on the dark blue, wait no, that's 458 here on the dark blue Protoss, and Gensay here on the white Terran right next to him. And that usually means that Gensay might be in a little bit of trouble, but Gensay, being, in my opinion, the best player after Brain in all of fastest map history, means that he might just be the player to pull off the win in this situation, because there are also a lot of very good things about being right next to a Protoss, and that is you have some real big counter-attack opportunity, and there's this wall there in between that you can use to your advantage as a Terran. So this is gonna be a good match. We're not gonna be seeing a whole lot of massive battles as the two players are very close. That usually means the fights stay relatively small, but we will see probably a non-stop barrage of attacks going both ways. You hear me out? Going both ways. Because Gensay loves counter-attacks. He loves hyper-aggressive, very proactive moves. And being right next to each other, that might just be what he's got in his mind. The 458 here is doing what I like to call the safe, very, very safe corner spawn choke bolt order. Where first he goes for a gateway that will allow him to get a Zealot out onto the map to protect himself against, maybe, a Marine SCV rush that is trying to stop his cannons from finishing up. So he goes for the gateway first, because Gensay probably is the best player at going for hyper-aggressive early game build orders as a Terran. He is able to pull off hyper-aggression better than anyone else. So whenever 458 plays against Gensay, or maybe against Biol or Brain, he goes for these very safe choke build orders. Goes for a gateway, builds one Zealot, the Zealot is there to keep that Marine away, and then he will have the cannons warp in. It does delay his gas a little bit and his Cybercore a little bit as well, but everything is worth it in the eyes of 458. He's made this work many, many times. He has some ability to defend himself. There's 3 Marines, 1 Zealot, and the Zealot just kind of ignores the Marines and he goes right into that backside to try and maybe get a kill on some SCVs or maybe some Marines. And the Marines are, on their own turn, going to try to stop the cannons, but we have another Zealot there in the front, and the Marines splitting up, walking in circles. Micro is great here back at home. I think he got 1 SCV kill. Got 2 locations happening. He's... oh, the cannons... yeah, he's making this look easy. This is when you know that 458 should have maybe attacked those 3 Marines trying to get through with the first Zealot, instead of trying to walk all the way into Gensay's base to confirm what's there. But now we got more Zealots, so it should be easier for Gensay to... it should be easier for 458 to push the Marines away, but as more Marines join up, I think 458 might have just made a mistake here. He's going to try to make sure the cannons finish warping in, but he's going to cost him a Zealot. He's building a lot of structures in the front. This is looking very bad for 458. There's a lot of minerals he's spending that he'd rather spend on getting advanced technology and a cybercore and gas, whatever else. He's just getting smacked around like a bitch. But he makes his way in. 1 Marine dies. More probes pull to try and corner the Marines. He has nothing in the back. Zealot is on the way. Almost finished up. Probes are getting some really good Marine kills, but 2 probes, 3 probes, 4 probes die, and maybe even number 5 goes down as well. But no, that one survives. But now the Zealot will, or should be able at least, to kill the 2 Marines. It should be able to. But then there's still 2 SCVs they're running in the back. So the Marines will go down. Got a choke in the front. 458 has spent a lot of minerals on things he didn't want to spend minerals on. And Gensay is kind of happy about this, because now he's got the same amount of workers. He has a very, very late gas coming up for 458, and you can see the gas there. You can see this. You can see that the gas is very, very late. Extremely late. Cybercore is late as well, and the Marine is going to come, or the SCV, will come back down. Check the Cybercore timing. Cybercore is still on the way. So there's literally nothing for Gensay to worry about at the moment. Everything backfired there for 458. Not a beautiful game. And he lifted up his barracks actually, getting a second command center back at home. He's going to build a lot of fire bats with those barracks and going to try to stim right onto those probes. We got a cannon there in the back from 458. He's getting a couple more. He got some zealots there in the back as well, waiting to intercept those fire bats. Well, he might just lift those barracks back up to his own base where he's getting a double factory. He might just go all in on factories though. But this is really fun. This is fun. This is great to watch. Gensay is just absolutely crazy doing these kind of things. He's got the medic there. He's going to build a bunker as well. Might put some marines in the bunker. The fire bats are fighting against the zealots. Zealots getting us around. The medic is not healing up though, so the fire bats will go down. Fire bat runs away to safety. The bunker is almost finished up. More. Oh. Is it? Oh yeah, that one fire bat has 3 medics healing it up. That one's never going to die. So we got the bunker. More cannons coming up there from 458. This is really bad for 458. I've said it before, but this is a really bad situation for 458 because he's getting abused in a situation where he shouldn't be getting abused. This is painful. His entire plan has been thrown out of the window, and now he's just improvising. Because now he has to use his game sense and his improvisational skills to try and figure out a way to stay in this game without taking too much damage. Because at the moment, something that's unheard of is happening. A Terran has the upper hand over a Protoss in the early game. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He's making it work. So yeah, he's got Stim. He's going to kill those gateways. We're going to Citadel robotics come up in there in the back. He might go for Reavers. He's getting more cannons. We have a very fast starport coming up there from Gensay. And 458 is actually doing something very smart. It's just going for a counterattack. I've got units, I cannot defend my base, so you know what, I'm just going to attack your base because you have barracks in my base, which means you have pretty much nothing at home to defend. I'm going to go for the tank, bunker might finish up, Marines have to get into the bunker, Marines get into the bunker, they're going to have to repair that bunker very, very quickly. Dragoons should at this point just get back. He's building back at home, Dragoons kill the bunker, there's a tank there on the side. There's Zealous in the front there, he's got a couple more units are on the way, he's got the robotic finished up. This is a wild, wild game. Wild, wild game. So 458 manages to kind of bring the pain back around towards Gensay, who's getting a dropship, because in a dropship is tanks over into Gensay's base to push from this position. But 458 is planning on making sure that none of those siege tanks make their way into Gensay's base. Loses his Dragoon though. Lost most of his gateways, but he's building new ones. No production happening at the moment. Kills the cannon in the front as well with the Marines. He lost most of the bunkers. Not sure if he should have committed to killing those cannons in the front. He's just trying to get as much done as he can. But I think 458 is going to dislodge Gensay's control over his base any time now. It's not looking that strong anymore. Not looking that strong anymore. Got a Reaver on the way. Shuttle finished up. We have Robot number 2 on the way. We have about 6 gateways at the moment. Dropship guns in, tanks arrive, Marines are there to protect. Now 458 is going to have to be really quick. We have to kill those tanks really quickly. One of them is hiding behind the engineering bay. Very smart stuff. Extremely smart stuff. He cannot target fire on the tank below the engineering bay. Oh, he's attacked. Oh, the tank shot on the Dragoons and it pulled the Dragoons in to attack the tank. A little bit unlucky, but look at this. 2 more tanks arriving on the scene, ready to shoot and get those probes. That's the goal. Get those probes, but Dragoons are spawning, getting us around. Reavers are finishing up any time now. He has 1 Reaver finished up. Unloads it, shoots on the Marines, kills a lot of Marines. Tank still alive on the bottom though. Gonna get the tank next. Needs 1 more shot on the tank. Looks like he has survived the pressure from Gensay, but this is something I've not seen happen in a very, very long time. And this is just beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. 4 tanks arrive. This time around, they're further in the back so the Marines can protect. But there's a lot of Dragoons coming up at the top. And 1 Reaver spawned in the back. 1 tank goes down. Reaver calls forward. Gonna have to try to shoot on. Splits the Marines. Marines go down. Tank is shooting on the Reaver. Reaver needs 1 shot there on the tank to take it down because then the Dragoons can do it. Beautifully done. Cleans it up. Survives. Did take a lot of damage. We're 9.5 minutes in. And he's not once done Actually, he did do some pretty good damage with those gateway unit attacks. The Dragoons Zealots that attacked Gensay did some pretty good stuff. They did some pretty good stuff in harming him and slowing him down. So Gensay on 53 SCVs and 48 on 69 probes. Now getting more gateways, he has his drop circulation going as well. He's getting a couple more cannons here on the top to protect against tank drops, because the tank drop is on the way over the top side. And both players have massive banks because they just have been so occupied with fighting. The money is coming in way too quick for them to spend and fight with at the same time. So arrives on the scene, tank unloads, tank will shoot. It's only gets 8 of them. One more shot, no, just one single shot kills 8 probes. And now we have a counterattack. And Gensay, as I said before, does not have a whole lot remaining here on the scene. Reavers coming in. This will either end the game, or he will barely survive. If the Reaver shot hits, Reaver does not hit. But there's a second one. Reaver's gonna shoot. Reaver is not gonna hit because the Scarab is getting blocked by a bunker and an SCV. And the Dragoon attack in the front only killed 2 tanks, maybe 3 tanks. But enough tanks stayed alive. Once again, close call, close call. So yeah, the Scarab got stuck right here, between the bunker and an SCV standing there. The target was somewhere around here, it could not get through. That's kind of the thing with Scarabs. They have to physically be able to pass through in order to hit something. If they cannot pass through, it simply won't connect. It will not explode, it will just boop, be gone, and everything survives. So yeah, Forvate's base is a mess. Not often something you will see. Usually Forvate has very beautiful bases, the most beautiful bases of all. This time around, it's ugly. It's disorganized, but it works. It works. Rock comes over the bottom side, arrives on the scene. Reaver's unloading, Reaver's shooting as if he's running to safety. Once again, Scarabs cannot connect, getting blocked. That one Scarab almost got there, but 68 SCVs managed to stay alive. The economy is safe and sound. And Gensay's base is also an absolute mess. It's ugly, but it works. It's working. That's all that matters. You build a couple more barracks, build a couple more factories. It's a mess. It's more of a mess than Forvate's base. Both players are a complete mess. But can you blame them? They've been fighting non-stop for the past 7 minutes, maybe 8 minutes. They've been going at it, pulling no punches. But now at this exact moment, we do have a short little break in the action, as both players are macroing up, building their bases and spending their money. As you can see, Forvate is struggling slightly to spend all that money. I mean, he's got 85 probes, that's just a lot of money. And he's still producing more probes, so he will probably end up at like 90. He's just spending his money as fast as he can. As fast as he can. So he goes for a gateway attack, and this time around, Gensay should have enough to defend this. He has structures walling and protecting his tanks, his marines in between. There's a lot of zealots coming in as well, but it's largely dragoons. He should be fine. He should be fine. That's about, I'd say, 8, 9 tanks, a couple more spawn at the same time as well. He's gonna be fine. Forvate moves all the way to the left side, where he finds a spot where the tanks cannot shoot on his dragoons, but the marines are coming through and they will clean out this alien attack, trying to break him. So Gensay there playing this very well. He's not bothered by the fact that his base is an absolute mess. Disorganized, ugly, structures just thrown anywhere he could. Because that's the point, he needs the structures more than he needs an organized base. No armories yet though, just a lot of turrets being thrown down on the side. That's a science facility there being built on the top. Slowly getting up to maxed supply. We've got Forvate on 195. Needs one more pylon to get true maxed out supply. He might build a proxy base, might not. Not sure what his plan is at this moment, because everything has been so delayed, so disorganized, so chaotic. His plans have been destroyed. It looks like he's going to go for mass gateway attacks and shuttle drops. He's got triple robo, and I'd say about 20, well, let me count. Now we have 6, we have 10, got 12, 20 gateways exactly. Drop comes in over the bottom. There's a lot of turrets there, a lot of units unloading. SCVs run to safety though. Templars have pretty much nothing to storm on. And he storms on some SCVs, but most of the SCVs all made their way to the front. All safe and sound. And he did do some damage to the turrets, like they're burning down. Actually, they're not burning down. They're not yet burning down. The scan almost went down. it just killed some units, killed a couple of SCVs on the gas, and did some damage to structures. The drop itself didn't achieve too much. It's just very difficult to make things happen at this point in the game, when the Terran has so many turrets, so many tanks, so many Marines to defend. And I think he has some pretty decent upgrades as well on those Marines. 1-1, getting 2-2, still no armory, so no tank. Oh wait, armory on the top. He has an armory. Got a proxy base going up there as well, because we know, and 4 of 8 knows, that Gensay will try to get control over this section to kill anything that tries to pass through. Drop comes in, SCVs run to safety just on time. Templar unloaded at the start. Unlucky, a little bit unlucky. Has energy to storm, but yeah, it's stuck there in the back. Just storms on some Marines. Gets something done, but big attack there in the front. With the 1-1-1 upgraded Dragoons and Zealots. Goes for a target fire there on the tank to ensure that he can pass through without worry. These tanks here, Dragoons there in the front, buying some time, killing some stuff, but not achieving too much. The tanks here are protecting this section, but here on the top corner, yes, some damage is being dealt. So a couple of turrets go down, tank goes down, and a couple Marines die, but it's nothing for Gensay to worry about. He will just set up new tanks here on this corner, and maybe get some more tanks on that high ground. He just wants to make sure that this entire left side of 4 of 8's base is a place he cannot build. That's why we're getting a proxy Stargate base outside of his base, so that he can maybe surprise Gensay with carriers, because at this point, carriers are likely his one way of doing some real damage. Storms, he actually gets about 16 kills. That's actually pretty good. Looks like Gensay didn't have all of his SCVs hotkeyed. So yes, 16 do go down. That's a pretty good hit. But 16 SCVs stay alive. And honestly, a Terran is completely fine with 70 SCVs. It's not like Elite needs a lot more of them. The one thing that worries me though is that he has 5 gas. He's only got 5 gas. That's not a lot. And he hasn't added on any more structures over the past 5 minutes. Like the same amount of barracks, the same amount of factories. He still has structures around the top. Hasn't built anything there either yet for the past 4 minutes. So it looks like 458 is getting the advantage over Gensay. Although that drop gets taken down very easily. And that is exactly what Gensay needed. A little bit more time to mine minerals and build a bigger economy. Although Gensay is like, you know what? I'm just gonna go attack. I've got tanks on the ledge or behind the ledge, and they're shooting across. Very difficult stuff for 458 to deal with. He doesn't have tank upgrades yet though, so level 1 attack finished up. So I'm wrong, he has level 1 attack. We've got 2-1-2 there on the gateway units though, that's pretty strong, but the Marines are on 2-2 as well to kind of match the gateway units. We have Stargate carriers under production, but it's going to take a while before they arrive. And 408 does have a lot of probes, so his army is not that big compared to Gensay. He tries to unload on top of the tanks, but everything gets sniped by the Marines, taken down. Those carriers better be showing up very, very soon. And even then, I don't know what upgrades the carriers have. 1 armor. 1 armor, 2 shield. And when the interceptors come out, we will see what other upgrades they have. He scans ahead, but we can see right here, 2-1-2. So the upgrades for the carriers are not that amazing yet. They're there, but it's, 1-2-1. Not that great yet. As more tanks are coming across. Like, literally, he does not have a lot of production. It's literally 6 factories and 6 barracks. And he's pushing so powerfully with those 6 factories, 6 barracks in his upgrades. It's kind of because he has that ledge with tank. Oh, drop comes in, drop storms, drop hits, but most of the SCVs survive on almost no HP whatsoever. Look at these SCVs, so low HP, barely managed to escape. Does he have a medic? Yes. We have medic here there for the SCVs. Health insurance has been secured. So cannons coming up on the middle. Carriers are ready to go, but it's only 6 of them. He needs another 6. And the tanks are rolling forward. You got turrets being built there on the scene. We have Marines ready to snipe down interceptors. The carriers are not doing enough. Interceptors are dying a little bit too fast with their, I'd say, slightly behind on schedule upgrades. 1, 2, 1. Yeah, the Marines are just taking care of it. Look at the interceptor count. It's just never that high. You should have 8 times 6 interceptors. And I definitely do not... Okay, 1 carrier went down. So that's pretty bad as well. There's only 5 left alive. There's a couple more on the way. They're on the top. 3 more joining the party. 4 more joining the party for a total of 9. 9 carriers might actually be able to push back the Marines. But the Marines are almost a level 3 attack. Almost level 3 attack, and they have level 2 armor. Interceptors are not going to be killing them too fast, and we have Gensay pushing forward at lightning speed, arriving very close to those probes. We have a proxy next to be built there by 4 to maybe build a new second base there to keep the carrier income alive, to keep building interceptors. Tanks are getting really close to the probes, really close. Turrets there are making it hard for interceptors. We've got bunkers as well. Ooh, the bunker choice is very smart. Bunkers are very smart. Yeah, a lot of turrets, a lot of Marines in bunkers. We got Stim as well. We have a level 3 attack, finishing within like 5 seconds for the Marines. Got a Cairn booster on the way for Goliaths, because Goliaths are pretty good to join in on this party, to target fire on the carrier bodies. Looks like he killed the tanks there in the front. A couple of probes went down. He's now back to 79, which is a healthier number than before. And I think he has 9 carriers, 11 carriers operational on the scene. Getting a proxy robot here as well. Oh, he lost a lot of his... Oh, he just lost 40. He just lost 40 probes to 1 tank, getting a lucky shot. Looks like 4v8 is retreating. Is he going to go for a counter-attack? Is he just going to let Gensay kill his base? Just give up the base, try to make an escape with most of the probes, build new probes right over here, and go for a counter-attack. That's what he's hoping for. That's what he's hoping for. We have a lot of Goliaths on the scene. Level 2 attack and armor almost finished up there. Actually, they just finished up. He's got level 2 attack and armor now for the carriers. So they should be doing a little bit more damage now. But the Marines and the turrets everywhere. There's so many units here. He pushes forward, going to try to get the command center. He's going to... This is very greedy. Very greedy. But there's so many Marines, so many Goliaths, so many turrets. He might not actually kill the command center. It might not actually work. It's not working. He's repairing it faster than it's taking damage. Marines are coming in, target firing on the carriers. 1 carrier goes down. We lost 1 earlier as well, so there's only 9 left alive on the scene. Make it 8. 2 more, very close to dying. 6, 5. Soon it will be 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. And then there will be no carriers left alive at all. Dying so quickly. Level 3 Marines with attack is not to be underestimated. But I think he scanned that proxy base. What? Excuse me? Yeah, he scanned the proxy base. You can see a scan right here, scan right there. He knows that the proxy base exists. So he's pulling back all of his units, letting 1 tank remain on the scene to make sure that everything gets finished off. We have probes, mining minerals, we've got more carriers on the way. 6 more on the way. Will those 6 carriers be enough to stop Gensay's hyper-aggressive 6 factory, 6 barrack push? He really made that, I wouldn't say look easy, but he certainly did make it look not that difficult. He just ran him over and just kept pushing his foot on the gas and never stopped. So Marines are coming in. Getting on top of those cannons. We've got medics in between, tanks unsieging and just rolling forward with impunity. Reavers in the back, might do some stuff. 1 storm comes down. Just 1 storm, not a lot. We've got 27 probes, mining minerals, 2 more nexus being built. Good storms coming down here. Actually, really good storms from those 5 Templars. Getting a lot of Marines, but the tanks have split up and they're moving to the top. They're going to try to kill the probes with a siege shot. They're going to kill the probes with a siege shot. Scans, sees the probes. That's 11 dead already. And now the remaining ones are going to get taken down soon as well. 14. There's literally no money coming into the bank to build interceptors. 11 probes alive. Terrible, terrible situation for 458. Well, yeah. You got no minerals. He has no minerals. And most of the probes are here at the bottom. There's literally no money coming into the bank at this point in time at all. All he's got is this, what we're looking at right now. Carrier's going for one last Hail Mary. There's really not that many interceptors in there. Really not that many interceptors in there. This is about half of what it should be. And he's just going to target fire on. Wait, Zealot's coming from behind. Getting a flank on those Goliaths. Actually, they're just walking through. That's not an attack move. So he cleans out that section there on the middle. Small little drop going in. Gets sniped though. Oh, if he could have landed just one storm, he would still have lost, but he would have had a better chance for sure. So he shuttled over some probes to his main base. Pretty smart move. Pretty smart move. And the carriers can start producing interceptors yet again. Not a lot of them. It's only 16 probes doing some long distance mining. It's really not much. It's not much. But he is trying his hardest. His chances are pretty much zero, but he's trying his hardest. So goes in, fight happens on the middle. Carriers flying away as they pick off tanks. Not sure if he should be going for the tanks. I think he should be going for the Goliaths. But tanks going down, and anything going down is good for 458. But he's taken a lot of damage from those Goliaths. Tanks sieging up, Marines stimming in, Marines with stim, a level 3 attack. Powerful. Look at the interceptors just melting. Interceptors are literally melting in the face of overpowering Bio Force, Marine, Medic, maximum upgrades, maximum efficiency, maximum damage, no mercy being shown. 458 will have to call GG pretty soon if he wants to make it out alive. Pretty soon. Well, calling GG means you die, so he's not gonna make it out alive. He's not gonna make it out alive. Drop there on the top, sneaking through. Cores are taking fire, cores are getting taken down. Shuttles arrive on the scene. Unloads the reavers, but the SCVs run away. Gets a couple of kills there. There's a bunker on the scene as well. He's going for the command center. He should have probably killed the bunker first. The command center taking damage, but not enough. Yeah, everything goes down. He calls GG. He knows it's over. His carriers are getting melted like snow in a hot, hot sun. Yeah, Marines level 3 attack. Not to be underestimated. And this also goes to show that you don't need a full base. You just need 6 barracks, 6 factories, and you can maybe overpower Protoss with 20 gateways and 8 Stargates. It's possible. You saw it happen right here. All it takes is a lot of APM, a lot of control, and a lot of turrets. A lot of turrets and bunkers. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. This was game number 1 of a new series that we're starting, which is of course between 458 and Gensay. Let's put up the score on the top. The score should be there on the top. Let me just add that one. Oh, sorry for that one. Yeah, so I hope to see you return next time around when we continue with Gensay against 458. Let's just make this smaller before we go. Well, that's not what it's supposed to do. So Gensay against 458. 1 for Gensay, 0 for 458. See you next time. Have a great day.